Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8, Episode 2.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody who's watching. Hopefully y'all are enjoying y'all Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to soon-to-be mothers. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, you know, with God blessing, y'all will be mothers. If you want to be.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. You ready to walk us through this, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go, Blair.
So Carlos welcomes Sunni and Moses to the stage.
Yeah.
Carlos says, well, you know, Moses, you didn't show up on the couch for Destiny, but we got you here today. Sunni is like, well, you show up for the ones you want to show up for.
Oh, they are messy.
Starting off shady.
Yeah.
Well, Destiny introduced Moses and Sunni. Mm-hmm. And Destiny would say that she confided in Sunni about Moses. Mm-hmm. And Sunni was going around telling her to leave him, is what Carlos is giving us the story of.
Really?
Sunni says that she did keep it professional, and Destiny didn't tell her about Moses.
What are your thoughts on that? Just that alone in
I
itself?
don't believe that alone by itself, just in the fact that you're her producer, so she has to tell you about what's going on in her life. Mm-hmm. So maybe you felt like she didn't tell you every little detail about him. Yeah. But I'm sure she told you something.
She told you something?
Yes.
Let's keep going.
Well, Moses says that he met Sunni at a family event. Okay. So apparently Destiny left January 3rd. Now, when he said left, I don't know exactly what that means because he was talking about how she was traveling. She had different work events. So I'm like, did she leave to go work? Or did she leave the house that y'all was living in? What?
Listen here. It really doesn't matter what he say. Okay. Because the minute he start providing dates, I was like, you're lying. Okay. Because you're trying to get your story together. You see, it wasn't that close. That was the point of him providing the dates for him to be like, you see, on January, this is what happened. But I really didn't get with her till like August. I really didn't really see her till the 16th. I'm just like, what's up with all these dates? Why you remember these dates? You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to get your story together. But, like, continue. Yeah.
So he says that he saw Sunni January 12th. It's the first time he saw her. It was at some type of family get-together. He was invited there by a friend of his. Okay. But he finally got Sunni's number in July. And then they started dating in August. Okay. And then Carlos asked, well, when did you and Destiny break up? Moses said they never broke up.
Wait a minute
But she knew the relationship was over.
I don't want to stop you on Mother's Day. You get what I'm saying? Okay. What you mean, man? Mm-hmm. Like, that right there already lets me know that you don't cross your T's, you don't dot your I's, and that's how you end up in a situation just like this. Right. This type of situation just don't happen to people. Mm-hmm. People happen to these type of situations. You get what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on just that alone? On basically like, well, we really never broke up. Now you kind of feel or see what Destiny coming from, because Destiny was like, Destiny could be like, you may have felt like it was over, but
we never officially ended.
Come on now.
Right. No, I'm not feeling Moses and Sunni. I'm not really getting what they're trying to prove here. Yeah. I mean, I get that y'all are married, but you're on this show because of the drama between Destiny, the fact that the producer was here. So if something is messy, let's just kind of like address the mess a little bit. We don't have to sidestep and cha-cha slide to prove that we weren't being messy. Okay. Something was up. So maybe let's talk about it and put it on the table.
Facts. You're preaching, bro.
Let's not pretend that we all clean here.
You're preaching.
So Moses said the issue was the long distance, how she was always working and hanging out with people. He says that Destiny wasn't consistent with being the woman he needed her to be. And Carlos asked, well, what woman is that? And this woman right here, talking about Sunni.
Now, here's the crazy thing about that. I'm going to give Mel credit for that because I think Mel was the one
Mel did ask that. Right?
Okay. Here's my question right here. The thing that you are expressing to us in this reality TV tour, you know, reality TV with the king, whatever it is, right? Did you express that to Destiny? I failed to believe you did. I think you failed to relay that to Destiny rather, because you didn't even relay to her that y'all broken up. So this woman that you said that you need, I don't think you ever told her that. That like, I have a problem with you traveling. That I have a problem that you don't cater to my needs. Because you didn't even tell her that the relationship is over. So how do I supposed to believe that you have some type of integrity in how you're moving? Dude, you get what I'm saying? But guess what? I love the drama though. It's entertaining. But I'm just saying, you trying to come off as if you have some type of moral standard, and it's like it's missing me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Sunny says that she prioritizes her man.
Okay, Sunny.
Destiny left the gap by prioritizing her career. Is how Sunny feels. Okay.
Now, maybe you should have prioritized your career, and you would have still been a producer of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
But that's my thing. I don't think she want to be. I think she right where she want to be right now.
What is now? Let's test. Now listen, everybody watching this, Blair.
Okay.
Let's test our chemistry.
All right.
What is my saying? Everybody want a what?
Ball.
Everybody want a ball. Mm-hmm. It's not good enough. She got a nice job, being a producer of a good show. You know. No, she want to be in front of the camera. She don't want to be behind the camera because everybody want a ball. Never underestimate people's desire to ball. You get what I'm saying? She probably seeing Destiny, coaching Destiny, being her producer, and probably like, I could do this better than you. You get what I'm saying?
Possibly.
But it is what it is.
Sunny says that she told Destiny about her relationship with Moses. But the thing is, he was dating several women at the time. Apparently, Destiny was one of many. And they're married now, and that's it. That's all.
I don't think Sunny hears herself when she said, like, he was talking to several women while he was talking to me.
It sounds like you wanted the several too, Sunny.
But
she got the ring, so.
There's something that she said that I want your opinion on, Blair.
Okay.
She said, this is one of my pet peeves. You about to learn in real time. I hate when someone texts me to tell me to call them.
Yeah.
Just call me.
I feel the same way.
She said that she texted Destiny to tell her to call me so I can tell you I took your man.
Yeah.
Right? And basically try to put the obligation or the responsibility on Destiny. Destiny didn't answer the phone. She didn't respond to my texts and things like that.
She said Destiny texted her back.
But my whole thing is, you didn't take the initiative to call.
Right.
You said you like, hey, look, I tried to call but you tried to call after you like blurted out there, I got your man in a text. Don't text me telling me to call you. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted to do the sister code, or if you really feel like whatever you did was pure, right? Be upfront about it. Yeah. I felt like you waited till it got to a point of no return to basically be like, well, you know, I'm with Moses. You did not tell Destiny in the beginning, in the birthing place of all of this. What is your thoughts on this whole scene right here?
I just thought it was really messy. Yeah. And I thought it was them kind of trying to curtail any type of blame or wrongdoing and trying to make it seem like it's not what it seems like. And I feel like that just makes everything look worse because it feels like you're trying to hide something. So I don't know. I felt like Moses was honest enough, but it's just like y'all trying too hard to make it look like it's not a thing when it really is. So what do you think?
I think it just feels messy, right? But maybe my question to your question can answer your question for you, right? My question is, are we overreacting as people who watch the show, as the viewers who was in that venue was booing and them and everything? Are we overreacting in the sense of, okay, Sunny took this woman's boyfriend. Okay. Sunny said, I ain't break no happy home. They wasn't married. Are we judging as if she broke up like a happy home in the sense of a marriage? Or are we kind of like, nah, we kind of just judging the way you move. Like, basically, you moving kind of shiesty in a way.
I think we're judging the way she moves. And it's just like, well, dang, you seem very selfish. Like, you seem very selfish. Yeah, you're building a friendship or relationship with this person. Yeah. You were her producer. So you at the very least had a work relationship, even though she don't want to claim a friendship with Destiny. So you had some type of camaraderie with this lady to the point where you felt the need to tell her that you were dating her ex. Yeah. So I think it's more so of just like, like you just do whatever you want. F everybody else, huh?
Pretty much. You're opportunist. Blair answered your question for you, Sunny. Because Sunny trying to parade around saying, I ain't breaking no happy home. She wasn't married to the guy, but you know what you did was wrong, and you know it was shiesty. So let's move on, because I'm sure we're going to see more Sunny.
Right. So Marcel and Maurice, they are on their way, and they actually go visit Martell. Okay. Marcel asks Martell, why did you do an interview with a blogger? And Martell was like, look, she got me arrested. I had to retaliate. Okay. Maurice asked, well, what's the goal?
That's a good question. That's really a good question right there, Maurice.
It was. And Martell says he just wants to get his side out. He doesn't care if people believe him, whatever the case may be, but he needs to put his information on the record.
Okay.
Maurice says, well, you're not going to change fans. Marsau tells him, basically, some of these followers, talking about y'all, the millimeters, are deplorable group of brainless people.
Oh, my goodness. I ain't saying it.
Will buy a bunch of T-shirts to make Melody rich.
I think he said that y'all would spend y'all children's money to buy a Melody T-shirt. I didn't say it.
Martell is just like, look, she went low and I decided to go lower. Maurice is trying to talk some sense into him, and it's just like this constant back and forth. Marsau says it really don't matter because he's not going to listen.
Marsau said that in the car on the way there.
He's like, why are we even going to talk to this guy?
Why are we going over there? He said he needs some type of talking to, but why we gotta be the ones? Because he ain't gonna listen to us. And I think it's a waste of our time and things like that. But I think that kind of goes into Maurice's character in some way, and it's not a bad thing. But I think Maurice feel like he can convince people and things like that. He feel like he's level-headed enough that he could get through somebody. Marsau is like, I ain't bumping my head up against the wall numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Every step that Marsau told him not to do, Martell done it and got basically the consequences of his actions.
Exactly. Since season 1. I mean, we during the commercials, y'all, we talk and we dissect as well. So we were talking about how from season 1, from the 2 cell phones to the cheating to all this type of stuff, Marsau was telling him and trying to talk into his thick skull. Stop doing this. You're going to ruin your life and your family. And here we are on the what do you call it? I don't know. Basically, you just got arrested.
Okay, that kind of fell flat.
It did. It's okay.
It fell flat.
Sometimes things fall flat.
That's all right. But I think all of this just for Martell to call Marsau illogical. It's just like, oh, I can't talk to you. You get what I'm saying?
Well, Marsau is like, look, when you drop the atomic bomb, you're going to look like the bad guy regardless.
Exactly.
Martell says, until you've been in my situation, pretty much y'all can't tell me nothing.
Okay.
We will never be in your situation.
I won't be in your situation.
You're in an awful situation.
You in a lot of situations.
Exactly. Marsau is like, I told you it would go like that. And Maurice says to Martell, still trying to get through to him, it's a race to the bottom. Why? What's the point? Marsau says, you need to hang out with us more. You need some logical friends in your life to bounce ideas off.
Don't come around me and my family, please. Thank you.
Martell says he's good, and he feels like Marsau is illogical.
You listen here.
So.
and the thing about it is, it's never Martell's fault. That's how he views life.
Never.
He views life as it's never my fault. Even in the confessional, he gave an example about, well, when Marsau be going back and forth with people online, like a female and things like that, Marsau ain't the one that got arrested.
Right.
Period. Marsau ain't the one out here threatening to release videos. You get what I'm saying? You're the one that keep finding yourself in these situations, and yet it's never your fault. Cool. It's the same story, different season.
Exactly.
Literally. It's never Martell's fault. It's crazy.
Yeah, I really don't have much to say off this scene. I just feel like Marsau was right in the fact that why are we even doing this? But I was definitely laughing throughout the scene.
Entertaining though.
Because it's just like, y'all ain't gonna get through to this man.
Listen here, man.
You're just not.
I think this may be the best season of the of this series. I think this may be the best season.
Season 8, okay.
I think this may be the best season because tonight I was very entertained.
Yeah.
Very entertained.
Well, Stormy goes to meet up with KeKe.
Why KeKe on my show? I gave her a pink slip, bro.
Stormy needs to check in with KeKe about KeKe leaking the information to the blogs.
I gave her a pink slip.
Yes. So when she comes in, she's greeting them.
Yep.
Kiki's husband is there cooking up something, and KeKe brings up what Tisha said at the reunion last year about how she paid for her husband to go on a date with somebody else and they be cheating on each other and all this stuff. Well, he just wanted to put his 2 cents out there on the show. Yeah. That it was 19 years ago.
It was.
And he said, you didn't really know I was going to ask the girl for money. And she was like, actually, I talked to the girl. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right.
You did. Forgot. 19 years.
But he said, what's our business is our business.
Facts.
Thank you, Amin.
Thank you. And then to never be seen again. You know what I'm saying?
So KeKe is over here asking, so what happened with the bloggers? Why don't you tell us, KeKe?
Yeah.
So apparently, KeKe was pissed after the Houston trip. This is KeKe's story, all right?
Yeah.
She felt picked on by the counselor, and Stormy is the only person that had her back. Mm-hmm. And she went to confide in her mom about how she felt, and her mom thought she could trust the bloggers, so her mom went to confide in the bloggers.
See, this is the problem when you have people like KeKe. They will throw their own mama under the bus. Their own mama. I don't know how often we've seen KeKe mama. Listen, I've been watching 8 years of this show. It's hard for me to remember if she's been on the show or not.
Yeah.
But I say this much. She ain't no main character. You get what I'm saying? So when you was caught on camera stealing, allegedly stealing, because they made sure they showed us that on the end of every episode, she was not charged. She was not charged. She was not charged. Okay. When you was caught allegedly stealing from Costco, it wasn't you. Okay, I got you, Shaggy. Right? Now you saying that it wasn't you with the bloggers, that your mother has some type of motive to basically, because she was so upset of how Mel set you up, basically. Remember, Mel was the one in the first episode of last season that came to your house to check up on you, and now you kind of button heads with Mel. So now it's kind of like you really fall out with everybody. Your cousin, people that basically stand on your side, and now Stormy's there trying to see like, yo, you kind of making me look like stupid out here. Yeah. Because Stormy got the same problem that Maurice got. They think they can save everybody. And I think Stormy is kind of seeing her best friend in KeKe, of how Stormy was there for her best friend. Remember how she talked about how her best friend and things like that? Because her best friend had a problem that Stormy shared with us. And she thinks she could get through to KeKe. But KeKe go lie to you. Right. The same way that she lied on her cousin. The same way that she lied on her mama. You get what I'm saying? That's basically what it is with KeKe. But let's keep going.
So Stormy explains to her, by leaking things to the blog, it really messes things up for the show. Yeah. Because you're supposed to be in the moment, and when it's time for the world to see what we've worked on, that's the moment for them to see it, and it jeopardizes the what we do and the hard work that we put in. KeKe says, you know, I just wanted to seek comfort in my mom. Like, I don't think I'm wrong for that.
Don't laugh at her. Don't laugh at her story.
I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm like hurting y'all eardrums with all this laughing today. It was so much foolishness. Oh my goodness. Well, Stormy says, your mom, I'm sure your mom knew better than to go to a blogger. She's basically, like, your mom is a smart lady. Basically, I don't know about you.
I don't think your mother would go to a blogger.
But your mom is a smart lady.
She's basically saying, you keep trying to sell me the story, but I don't think your mother would go to the blogger. It doesn't benefit the mother to go to the blogger at all. Right. I remember last season, at the end of last season or during last season, we saw interviews with KeKe with certain people that reviewed the show as well. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, KeKe. That's all I'm going to say. KeKe. Let's continue, though. Keep going, Blair.
Well, in the confessional, Stormy is just like, I'm just disappointed she's not going to tell the truth, because Stormy's like, I don't believe her. Wow. I just don't believe her. KeKe says that she didn't put anything out there, and Stormy is frustrated because when there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. And Stormy is telling her it's more relatable if you're just real, if you say you messed up, if you had a weak moment, if you were angry. Like, that's something that I could work with. But by you saying, you know, my mom did it, that doesn't do anything for me. So KeKe says that she did F up, regardless of what happened, because the details don't matter. Things are going to fall on her anyway. No. It matters. But so no matter who told what, it don't really matter. Yeah. Stormy says, when you put me in a position for people to say I told you so, I just don't know what to trust or when it comes to you and what you say.
You see, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. Y'all got in family business. Y'all should let the cousins beef amongst themselves, but y'all couldn't just let them do that. Y'all had to pick sides. Right. And because in that moment you didn't like Tisha, you thought Tisha is wrong with KeKe. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't like Tisha at the moment. But truth be told, Tisha grew up with this girl. I am never going to hold my opinion over somebody that knows the person and grew up with them. Yeah. Period. You get what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. Sorry, Stormy. Sorry you wanted some transparency. Sorry you wanted her to be real with you. KeKe can't do that. She hasn't shown the ability to do that at any point, at any scene that she's been in throughout this whole series.
Right. Well, KeKe says that she's learned from her mistake, and she learns from her mistakes, and she will never repeat them.
Okay, so we're not going to stay on it. KeKe, please get off my show one last time. Okay.
Where the pink slips?
I didn't bring them with me. I ain't bring them with me. But KeKe, go.
Okay.
just go with me. Just leave the show. I think you're doing more damage to yourself and whatever. What is that word that basically mean that people can trust you? You're doing more damage to your
credibility.
Mm-hmm. By the more you keep talking and making up stories. Just leave what you got left and just relax.
Right. Well, Kimmi invited Sunni and Tisha to come link up.
Okay.
Tisha went to South Africa with her husband and kids. She said it was just a really wonderful experience, and I'm glad, Tisha, y'all got to go this time.
Listen, Tisha was like, y'all gonna take me to Africa.
I'm glad you got to go, and that it was really great for your family.
Yeah.
Well, Sunni arrives. She congratulates Kimmi on beating cancer. I'm just like, oh, so she's kind of coming in nice. Okay, let's see if how she gonna be. Well, Kimmi says, Sunni did a lot for her during that process, as far as the production team and everything. Like, people were very accommodating and working with Kimmi.
Nice.
Sunni says, talking about Carlos's event, it's one thing to see the messages online of what people have to say about you, but it's another thing to be in the room of people yelling things at you.
You lucky he didn't give him tomatoes to throw at you.
Oh, goodness.
Tomatoes. Exactly, pretty much.
Kimmi asked, what's the ins and outs with her and Moses? Basically, I want to give you the floor to let us know what's true, what's not, like what's really going on. Well, Tisha doesn't allow Sunni to get that moment because she says, I said, dang, you trifling. You were Destiny's producer. It could have been one of our husbands. It's just not professional.
Tisha, I see you. And for the second time, this is only the second episode.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it the second time. No one wants Marsau. Okay. I don't think they want Marsau. Marsau needs a special kind of woman. And you are that special kind of woman that he's with, okay?
Okay. Sunni says, you can't help who you fall in love with. It looked messed up, but we fell in love and we're married. Moses pursued her. She said she prayed about the situation and realized that this could be her husband.
I love it when people put God in mess. It's actually one of my favorite moves to see people do.
Yeah.
When people do something trifling and then they just be like, you know what? I prayed about it and God told me. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny when God tells you the things that you already want to do. You know what I'm saying? He never tells you, no, stop.
Right.
It's always God like, go ahead, pursue it. Go ahead and do it.
Right.
Listen, like Tisha said, you trifling. And you trying to save face, right? And you wasn't expecting when you was at that live event for them to boo you in that way. You wasn't expecting them to really know the story of Love and Marriage, Huntsville in that way. But these people, if these people paid money to see Mel and Carlos talk about the show, best believe they have paid and they are in the blogs. They are in the alley. They are everywhere so that they can know what's going on. So they knew about you, Sunni. You get what I'm saying?
Well, Sunni says that he was single. According to who? I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently Destiny said on a podcast that they had been broken up for 5 months.
Okay.
Kimmi says, but the fact that you reached out to Destiny at one point to talk to her, somewhere in your soul, pretty much, you knew better.
Somewhere
in your soul. Sunni would have preferred not to date another woman's man. And it did blindside Destiny.
Okay.
Tisha was like, you just didn't seem like a trifling type of female. I'm like, how many times you gonna call her trifling, Tisha? I'm like, she is holding her composure pretty doggone good.
The word of the day is trifling.
It's trifling. Sunni says that she chose herself.
Yeah.
She probably could have reached out sooner to Destiny, but it was really a quick situation. There was no engagement. They immediately went ahead and got married.
Yeah.
Sunni brings up how she paid for things for Destiny, and Tisha is just like, can we not do that? Like, Mel did that at one point. It's really kind of like, if you did something out of the kindness of your heart, it's tacky. You shouldn't be bringing that up as kind of like a jab or a get you gotcha to Destiny.
It speaks more of your character than anything.
Exactly. Yeah. Kimmi and Sunni was just like, look, if she's going to jab me, I'm a jab back. And Kimmi's like, well, the initial jab was that you married her dude.
Exactly.
Sunni said it was because of Destiny that we're together, so it is our destiny.
Listen here, she landed that plane. Listen here. Even though I was like, ooh, you so trifling. You know what I mean? At the same time, I was like, oh, listen, stand on it.
I'm saying she's a good addition. I'm gonna leave it at that. She's a good addition.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, I mean, she would be. She was a producer, so she know what she want. She know what she would want to see because she was behind the camera.
She's doing it.
But everybody
won a ball. Okay.
So this is her time to shine. Here's my thing, right? I know this may be, what is that word? What is that P word? It's not provocative, but it's like, this may be polarizing to say.
Yes.
Right? I love when villains accept their role.
Yes. Don't be no fake wishy-washy villain and try to act nice. Exactly. No.
Sunni, what you did was trifling.
Right.
But you might become one of my favorite cast members on this show. Just off the strength that you are accepting your villain role, and you're like, this is who I am.
I feel like she could dig a little bit deeper into
it.
No. You know what I'm saying?
It's only the second episode.
Okay.
We got 70 more to go.
Because y'all trying to say the dates and the times and the this and the that, and I wasn't really trying to, and I prayed on it. No. I took that woman's husband, or that woman's man, because I wanted to.
But see, look.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't be that direct, though, Blair.
Oh, that's too much?
No, that's too much.
Oh, okay.
She hit it perfectly.
Okay.
She said it was our destiny to be together. I'm like,
mic drop.
you trifling. I'm like, because it's not so much over the head.
Yeah.
It's almost as if she's Kendrick Lamar. She dropping a bar.
Yeah.
She dropping the mic, and it was a beautiful landing.
Spicy.
Exactly. So listen here. Sunni, you're wrong for what you did. But the fact that you're accepting this role.
And we are thoroughly entertained.
And see, that's the problem with Martell. Let me give you the difference.
He's just a mean man.
No, the problem with Martell is that he's a villain, but he thinks he's the good guy.
And I hate, like, in his confessional today as well, he was just like, you know what's nice, guys? Like, we get the short end of the and it just makes you roll your eyes. You're just like... This guy.
No, he thinks he's the good guy, and he thinks he's being wrong. That's the difference between him being a villain and Sunni being a villain. As we see in the previews, Sunni at one point going to tell Destiny, "No, I'm the wife." You get what I'm saying? I'm like,
well, shut me up.
So I'm liking someone who accepts the villain role.
Pack me up. Exactly. Okay, all right.
I'm the wife. Okay, I see. Okay, let's keep going, Blair.
So Mel is in rehearsal. She has invited KeKe to come so they can talk about this blog situation.
Yeah, I hear you.
So Mel heard that KeKe thought that she wasn't a good friend on the trip to Houston.
Okay.
KeKe apologizes, and Mel's like, "For what?" I'm like, exactly, Mel, because I don't like no. I apologize.
Yeah.
The end. No, for what? Mm-hmm. She called her mom about what happened in Houston.
Facts.
And talked to her. Well, I don't know about that. And talked to her about how she felt slighted by Mel.
Okay.
KeKe says that her mom vented to a blogger. The blogger put it out, and it was blown out of proportion. She was like, "It's not that I was going in on you. I was just frustrated with the whole situation, and you were included in my frustrations." KeKe says that her intentions have never been malicious. She's frustrated and ashamed and mad at her mom. She says her mom made a mistake, and it went public, and she's sorry.
Okay.
Mel's like, "Okay, well, I heard a lot about what you feel, and I'm going to tell you how I feel."
Okay.
Mel's like, "That was 6 months ago. Not one time did you actually sit down to want to have a conversation with me.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have had to read it on the internet to find out how you felt. Mm-hmm. And the apology coming after doesn't move me."
Whoa, Mel, you're so cold-blooded.
KeKe says, she's just not someone who is comfortable being upfront when it comes to confrontation. And Mel was just like, "You threw a whole drink in your cousin's face. Like, what are we talking about here?
I saw it.
Like, what are we doing?"
I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And Mel is like, "Look, you started privately talking to the bloggers, and I told you to be careful and not to talk to them, but you don't listen." KeKe talking about, "Well, it's not that I don't listen. It's just that you what? I know you have a hard time with it."
I know this may be considered left field, but are we considered bloggers since we review the show? No,
I don't know. They call everybody bloggers. I thought bloggers were people who like typed and like made blogs, like the Shade Room and things like that. I don't consider us bloggers. We're just recappers and reviewers.
Yeah.
But some people in this internet space, they'll consider you a blogger if you talk.
Yeah, I feel like they say blogger as a way of disrespect, even though I'm not a blogger. Like, you talking to them bloggers over there and things like that.
Yeah.
So, that's not really considered a real journalist in some ways.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, KeKe just look like she looked like a child.
Yeah.
Like, because Mel is basically putting her in her place. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she's not going to yell at KeKe. But it's like one of those things to where I wish Mel, hear me out, Millimeters. I wish Mel, or rather, I think KeKe would have wished Mel would have been more reactionary to what she was saying. The fact that Mel is so even keel and so like, well, this is what happened. It doesn't move me.
But that's a great quality.
But let me tell you why this is different when it comes to KeKe.
Mm-hmm.
I think this kind of shows like, you know what, KeKe? I ain't really expect much from you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, truth be told, I was there for you with the tests, trying to prove people that you wasn't on that stuff.
Right.
You know, I've been there with you when you was accused of stealing. I came to your house. I sit down and talk to you. I was basically going against what everybody was basically telling me about you.
Right.
You know? So the fact that you disappointed me, of course you would.
Yeah.
Because you're KeKe. Mm-hmm. Dude, like, and like in some ways, if my friend was...
That's kind of like a knife to the heart. I would cry if somebody said that to me.
But
like, I suck that bad?
But that's the vibe I'm getting from Mel.
Yeah, that is the vibe.
Because my thing is, if my friend that I have expectations for do that to me,
you would be disappointed.
There's some type of reaction that you will get out of me.
Right.
Yeah, like, I'm basically going to be like, I'm not going to say yelling. I'm not a yeller in that way. But there will be some type of, like, emotion that you see.
Or shock or something.
But the fact that Mel is just so... Yeah, of course you did this. And it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? And it's sad because... And I'm not trying to make it seem like harsher than what Mel did, but that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
To where it's like, you know what? I hear your apology, but I have no room for you.
In my life.
Yeah. It's like, I can't have room for people that I have no expectations for.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Mel tells her, look, this is my check. I've had your back in all the ways that we talked about.
Yeah.
And Mel's like, you could have used different opportunities to tell your story, but you want to sit up here and talk about me. And Mel says she doesn't have room to question whether or not KeKe is loyal. And as Mel grows, her circle will get smaller. And that's something that she knows and has come to terms with. And KeKe, you out the circle. I don't think he was ever in the circle for real. No. But no.
I think this was more of a... Because Mel is a producer.
Yeah.
I think this was Mel's way of firing KeKe. I don't think we're going to see KeKe no more on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah.
I don't know who friend she going to be. She ain't going to be Tisha's cousin.
No.
And you ain't going to see any of them really sticking up for her. I think this was like a, you can go home now.
Uh-huh.
Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts? Is that the end of the shows? Is that the end of the scenes for tonight? Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on tonight's episode?
No, it was very entertaining. Very good. I mean, from the guys trying to get through to Martell.
Yeah.
From Sunni and Moses giving us the, we was together 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 5 months, or whatever the case may be. Like, it was all very entertaining. And I'm looking forward to what the season holds. And KeKe...
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like, I feel like Mel. I wish you the best in everything you do, and hopefully you ain't back on the TV.
But tonight was very entertaining. Listen here, man. This is only the second episode. I'm trying to tell y'all. Get in shape, y'all. Y'all know how Carlos do Love and Marriage Huntsville. He put us on this marathon. Yeah. To where we may be looking at 30 episodes this season. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, it might take us to the fall.
It might take us to 2025. You get what I'm saying? So get y'all win up. You get what I'm saying? We gonna be here every week. Again, to the mothers. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Blessings to those who may have lost a mother. And this may be a hard time for y'all. You get what I'm saying? Blessings to y'all. Those who wants to be mothers, I hope everything works out with y'all. Everything work out health-wise, family-wise, whatever y'all desire to be. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I give y'all blessings, bless us with a subscription.
Please.
Bless us with a like.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Anything else, Blair?
That's it.
Y'all be good.
Bye.